Well, hey everybody, my name is Johnny. I'm a believer. I struggle with alcoholism and codependency. Welcome back to the Celebrate Recovery official YouTube channel. So glad you're with us again today. Meant to get this video out a little bit earlier this week, but you know how life is. Sometimes plans just don't go the way we expect them to. So I'm coming to you today. Wanted to give you a really quick update on a couple of things that's going to be happening. The first one is tomorrow night, Friday night, every Friday night at 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern, Pastor John and I do a Facebook Live video. We try to answer as many questions as we can on that video from people all over the world. We have lots of people who join us from all over on those videos. I would love it if you would be one of those people to join us. And maybe you can't watch it live because for whatever reason you're just busy at 6 o'clock or 9 o'clock, depending on where you are in the world on Friday nights, which we totally understand. So if you wanted to leave a question here in the comment section, just right down there, just put in a question and just say, hey, Johnny or Pastor John, would you answer this question during the next Facebook Live? That would be great. Here's one thing I wanted to just leave with you today, as today is December 7th. Maybe you're watching this a much later time, and so this won't make quite as much sense to you. But right now, we're in the midst of Christmas festivities. We're in the midst of all of the Christmas parties and planning and things that go on during this time of year. And it can be extremely fun, but it can also be extremely overwhelming. And so for a lot of us, we hear songs like Joy to the World, and we think, man, I don't have a lot that I feel joyful about today. Maybe that's you. Maybe you don't feel super into the Christmas spirit. And as you go to the mall and you're shopping and you hear Christmas carols or you see the lights or those kinds of things, maybe for you, this isn't a really joyful time. And what I want to say to you is hang in there. I want to encourage you to get to a meeting, to check out a Celebrate Recovery near you. Well, how do I do that? Super easy. Go to celebraterecovery.com. I'll leave the link in the description here, and you can find a group in your area that does Celebrate Recovery. Maybe you need to reach out to an accountability partner or your sponsor if you've already been in recovery. I would encourage you to do that right now. Don't text them, don't email them, call them right now and just say, hey, I need some help. Can you help me out? Maybe you need to share the hope that you have found with someone else. Maybe you hear me say that you don't feel very joyful and you're like, no, not me. I'm having a great time. I love Christmas. I got all my little decorations and things like that on my desk. I'm pretty excited about Christmas. Then great. What I would love for you to do is share that with someone else, because that will expand your joy and it'll also expand their joy as well. See, there's this redeeming thing that happens in Celebrate Recovery, that God uses the pain that we've gone through to help other people as they go through pain that they're going through right now. I was sharing with some of our friends here at Saddleback Celebrate Recovery a little bit about this last night. We were talking about at our Christmas party, we were talking about how in Philippians, Paul says that Jesus didn't count it as something to be gained to stay in heaven with God where he could have, but instead he stepped out of heaven onto our planet, into our timeline to provide a way for you and me to be right with God. That's what we celebrate at Christmas. That's part of why we call Celebrate Recovery, because there's something worth celebrating. Change is worth celebrating. Joy is worth celebrating. Becoming a different person is worth celebrating. Jesus stepping out of heaven onto our planet, into our timeline to create a way for you and I to be right with God is worth celebrating. Well, I would encourage you, if you're doing well today, reach out and find somebody you can share that with. Tell them about Celebrate Recovery. Invite them to come to church with you. Do you know that this is one of the 2 times that people are most willing to go to church? Christmas and Easter. People are like, heck yeah, sure, I'll go to church. Invite someone. Say, hey, come along with me to church. Come along with me to Celebrate Recovery. Find out what I have found in my life, because it's worth celebrating, and you will find that same joy in your life as well. When you do that, your joy intensifies, your joy exponentially grows. So I want to encourage you to do that as well. So if you're hurting today, if you're going through a tough time, you're not exactly sure what you should do, I want to encourage you to reach out to someone and go to a Celebrate Recovery near you. Again, celebraterecovery.com. Go there, click on Find a Group. There's 30,000 churches all over the world that have Celebrate Recovery. I'm guessing there's one near you that you can attend as well. The second thing is, if you're doing great today, whatever time of day you're watching this thing, if you're doing great right now, I want to encourage you to share that with someone else. Reach out to somebody else right now. Again, don't text, don't email, pick up the phone. Say, let's go get a cup of coffee. I want to tell you about something great, or invite them to come to church with you. If you know someone who's hurting, be there for them and encourage them as they go. I know that you're going to get something out of that. So if you're hurting, reach out. If you're doing great, reach out. Have someone in your area that you can get together with and you can talk about life with. We're not meant to do this alone. I hope that you'll join us on Facebook Live tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern for our Facebook Live. If you have any questions you like for Pastor John or myself to answer, make sure you leave them in the comments here, or you can ask them live when we're on Facebook Live tomorrow night. I'm going to try my best to start putting those videos here as well. So look out for that. Maybe depending on when you're watching it, it might already be here. I don't know. YouTube is still freaking me out a little bit. With that, I'm going to say goodbye, everybody. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.